Okay, so first of all, let's write down what compound interest is. And just as a side note, next school year, when you're in Algebra 1, we're going to revisit compound interest um, when we learn about exponential functions, because that's what this is. And we're going to talk about um, compound interest then when you compound the money, say like every month, or say every quarter, which is every 3 months, or twice a year. We're going to be doing compound interest right now. When you compound it, that means you apply the interest once a year, annually. Okay. Uh, then you're going to revisit this again, probably in pre-calculus, because it's possible to compound interest continually, meaning at this, just you'll earn your interest every second. Think of it that way, and that's a big deal. So let's talk about compound interest. Compound interest is interest earned on the new balance each time interest is calculated. So basically, like the video showed us, it's not like simple interest where you only earn interest on your principal, the first part you put in. You earn interest on all your money in the bank. Whatever your total balance is, you earn interest on that. And then you'll have a new balance, and then you'll earn interest on that, and so on and so forth. Okay? So we're going to see that that grows exponentially. That grows basically, the longer you keep the money, the more you're going to earn. Okay? So I want to talk about the compound interest formula. And next year in algebra, we're going to change it a little bit more, just slightly. But write this down. The compound interest formula is B equals P parentheses 1 plus R, close the parentheses, raised to the T power. So write that down. P equals P, open parentheses, 1 plus R, close them, raised to the T power. So it looks similar to what I asked you to type in your calculator, right? What I had you type in the calculator was, if you put $1,000 in the bank at a rate of 8% for 12 years. And the answer was basically how much you would have made in 12 years. Okay? Let's talk about what these numbers represent. Starting with B. Although maybe you can guess. Anybody know what B represents? The balance. The balance is how much total you have in the bank. So think of it as all your money, interest and everything. Okay? P we've seen before. That's the principal. PAL. Principal. Okay? That's the money you start with. R we've seen before. That's our rate, basically our percent, written as a decimal. So that's our percent as a decimal. And T is going to be years. In years. It's our time in years. So that's our time written in years. Any questions? Okay. So let's look at a couple of situations. Okay. Situation number one. Let's say we have Ruben. Ruben used to be a student of mine a few years ago in accelerated math. Uh, he liked money. That's why I put him in here. Ruben opened a savings account with $16,000. That paid 4.5% interest compounded. That's the key word. This tells us it's not simple interest annually. So, how often did you get your interest money? Every year. Sorry, I misspelled that. It's Annually. And the question is, how much money will he have after 9 years? Now, this is maybe a special type of account because no one gives you 4.5%. And you'll see why. There's certain special accounts that you literally have to promise, and they'll give you a penalty if you take it out early. Um, they, 9 years. I put 5, didn't I? They will actually penalize you, but if you keep the money in this case for 9 years, you'll get it's 9 years. Okay. They'll basically take you won't earn the money that you were say you took it out after 8 years, they may give you like a $10,000 penalty, something like that. Yeah, because you signed that you wouldn't. You promised. Yeah. But here's the let's write down um, let's write down the formula. Depends. There might be. It depends what's written in the contract. Always read the contract. Yeah, read every single word, especially when it deals with money. Okay, so here's our formula. Let's figure out what we have. Do we know the principal? Do we know the rate? The rate is, yeah, I'm going to put it as 4.5 and then after that 0. 4.5%, which is 0.045. Do we know the time? Hmm. Now, what if they would have given you the time in like, say, like 42 months? Divide by 12. Yeah. Sometimes they'll say that in a problem. 42 months, 38 months, and whatever you get, that's what you write. Okay. So we want rate of 0.05, and then the time is 9 years. So let's put it all in. The balance is 16,000 times 1 plus 0.045 raised to the ninth power. And let's see what we get. Go ahead and let's put that in our calculator. $23,777.52. Wow, that was quick. Anybody else got that?
No.
23,000 $777 and 52 cents.
75.
Hmm?
No, it's not. What? No, it's not.
Yeah, I think I got that same. I'll try it myself. 16,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.045 raised to the ninth power.
Yeah, 2370.
Yeah. Yeah, remember we rounded to the nearest hundredth because it's money. Okay. Follow-up question. Is the interest earned? What is the interest earned? For that, we're going to use something else. So to figure out the interest, you're going to have to take the balance at the end and subtract the original principal.
7.52.
Yeah. Take the balance and subtract the principal, the original 16,000. So that would be interest is the original, well, the balance at the end, 23,000. $777.52 and subtract the 16,000. And Billy, what did you say?
$7,777.52.
Okay. So basically, he made almost $8,000 on compound interest. Okay.
You're missing a 7.
Oh, I'm missing a 7. Sorry about that. $7,777.52. Okay, last one. Okay, So there's this thing called a certificate of deposit. Remember we were talking about you can you can save some money for a certain amount and you promise not to touch it, and they give you a really good percentage rate. Well, here's one. Um, Melissa invests $4,000 in a CD. That's the certificate of deposit for 42 months at 15.8% compounded annually. How much did she make at the in the end? We want to know how much did she make in the end? Yeah, let's run through the numbers. Principal was 4,000. The rate is how much? 15.8%, which is actually 0.158. And how about time? Well, it's 42 months divided by 12, and it's 3.5.
It's almost 4 years.
Yeah, it's almost 4 years. 3.5 years to be exact. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in.
So it's $6,684.05.
1 plus 0.158 to the 3.5 power. What was that answer you got again?
$6,684.05.
Anybody else get that answer? Let's get a couple more people. Verify that. Round it to the new 2 decimal places. Since it is money. $6,000. And what's the cents? 6,680 and
Wait, 6,684.
84. I know I was up.
5 cents.
And 5 cents? Okay. So after 3.5 years, made $2,684.05 in interest. Not too bad. All right. So today we got a Delta Math assignment dealing with compound interest.